Bon gets her bonbon back today. Maybe if I get around to it, get time. But there's the Bonneville hood bonnet thing, and we're going to get her out of the way. And let me tell you something. That's going to open up this whole area. I can move this press to right here where I want it. I can clean all this up. I got all these wonderful cloths from different folks. I can't thank y'all when y'all give me these things, because it really, I got to get rid of that thing. The band, the internal parts are rotten. Guess I got to learn how to hold this camera. Why don't you just use the holders? Okay, so that means I got to get this. I'm going to go through this one of these days, but everything in there's fairly well organized. I think there's some stain and clear stuff in there, and I might, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a brush and clean all this out, but I've got to get my Hello Dolly out of here. So let's take one last look at that mess. Whew. All right then, she's ready to go on the gantry and ready to get lifted over there. I got all my blankets on the windscreen, and there's what this looks like now. Unbelievable, isn't that nice? So, got all this stuff to kind of sort out, but I can put my press here and not be depressed about it. I can walk around here just so much easier. Okay, well, let's do that, and then, well, what do we got here? We got some kind of beetles coming up, it looks like. All right, so that's the way I want it right there. It don't look like much, but those sheets, that's just sheets right there. It's body work, and when you press something, the purpose of that is twofold. When you press something and it falls, it'll fall into this big cushion. Those are old towels. There's Mixed Family's old house fan. I've got it all swept out. That's a shirt that my stepsister gave me for Christmas a long time ago. And let's see, I got the bonnet up. I've got to go get Daphne, old truck in here, and then strap this thing up and put it on. What do you think of that? I don't know what to think of that, honestly. If you find yourself doing this and got all this stuff, I was going to use my little Oberlin tilt thing, but it ain't going to work. When you wrap all your strap around, put a loop around the safety latch, because it's safe. And let's just pick up here and just see how we end up. She's going to come toward the car a little bit. So here we go. Of course, I won't be able to show all of this. See, she's going to let her stabilize, and don't take her up too far. I'm going to have to move her back a little bit, and then just kind of move all your straps around until you get her flat. And I think I'm going to take that air cleaner off and put a cloth over that too. So, well, let's get her in the air. Okay, yeah, she's floating around now. So I'm going to have the drop cord's going to be in my way. What are you caught on? Oh yeah, that's where I jumped, because I just wanted to throw it there. I don't really have any other reason. Okay, this washer and dryer, I got no use for them. Get Sean to take them to somebody, I guess. We can do it this way. Okay. So let me get it stable and maybe tilt it a little bit toward the back. And because if you, these are all tightened on now, but if you've ever dealt with these, let's just not have any glass exposed here. Okay. And you can't let too much be there, it'll get caught, because you can't really get these down real easy. So you're going to have to kind of get her in this way. And so taking it off probably was far easier than I do remember the springs kind of springing back on me. So I got my hardware ready. Okay. Okay, let's just get those where I can get to them. Okay. And okay, I don't know why she wants to twist a little bit, but that's okay. She can twist and shout, it won't bother me. So I'm going to, this looping around the safety piece is going to help me do the tilt it back thing. So you'll just have to work this out depending on your straps and ropes and situation. But let's get that air cleaner off and find something clean to put there. Here we are. We've got, see what I did there? And that's all tight. And I got all 4 bolts on. And there's little to no risk of it crashing into the windscreen, I hope. And I'm going to just let her down some and just try to get her as lined as I can. Now you can tell right here, she's never really been perfect. It hits right here on this corner, on the corners. So it's never been perfect. And my methodology toward this is leave everything kind of loose and then close it and see the air cleaner's off. And then bump it back up. This only has a latch here, and then let it back up and try to get a tool in there and tighten up the hinges once you get her free. So I believe that we can let down on this and we'd be okay now. Let's make sure we're not going to risk any damages there. Okay, so she's holding up on her own. So let me get the gantry out of the way. The gantry lives over there usually, but I think she's going to just live over here for a while. Maybe she'll just end up this being her permanent home kind of right. It's a little in the way of that stuff, but it's still okay. So she's on, and I almost don't know what to think. So, all right, well, I'll have to, I might do a mock-up of this in cardboard and just kind of see how that works. And like I said, if I have, it looks like I can do it too. If I have to mount it sideways, the air cleaner, then I'll do that. It doesn't matter. Air goes, around it. That's all that matters. Moving it that way isn't going to do any damage if I'm hitting up here. So I'll do a mock-up and then put my my Prussian blue on there and see if it hits it. And so let's undo all this stuff. One thing for sure, all the wind stopped. Let me get my fan going. I mean, it just is dead still at 95 degrees. Well, as somebody once said, the hour's upon us. I've done everything I could to align this and do what I can, and I got my wooden wedges out and tried to fit it best I could. I always do remember that it never did fit real great. So let's hope when I close it, it comes open again. That's mostly, that's about right. Mostly what I'm looking for here is being able to get back into the engine compartment. Okay, let's find out. So let me tell you again what I did before I did anticipation. So I closed it, aligned it, and then I popped it, and I put a gas can in here with no gas in it, of course. And I reached up in there and tightened all 4 bolts. And I had painted green paint on all of those studs to make sure I didn't see anything but green paint, and that's the way it looks. So it looks like it's pretty good. And as you can tell way up there, I got the cowling on, so we're gonna go down easy here. Well, so far so good. There you go. Bonnie's bonnet. Well, that big long stripe right there is sodium hydroxide leaked out of my cousin's van. I thought I had it all out of his evaporator, but I didn't. But this isn't the This is the original color, not the original paint. So let's see what the nose looks like. Nose looks good. I think I've got some of this color paint somewhere around here. So I might touch up a little bit. Maybe sand that and try to make that look better. I got the traditional blisters right there. Okay, let's get it over with. Let's find out. All right. Let's just let it stay like that for now. I can't believe it. Well, I want to send Mick a picture, so I'll close it. But I got something cool too I'm going to show you in just a second. When I had the chance, I bought some of these, and so on June of 16, and then you can tell just that some oil got on these, and look at that, they're stamped. If you didn't know it, this says right and left, right? Well, maybe you can't see that, but it says right and left. So these are generally pretty easy to change. I'm glad I have a couple of extra sets. If I get caught in the rain, that's probably going to be one of the last of my worries. But it's just your simple bayonet fitting. And I clean the top a little bit too, so I don't, how do you do these? Anybody know? Oh, okay. And I got to tell you, I can't say, see, it's a breeze. It looks like I'm doing it, but maybe I'm not. I don't want to scratch anything. Oh, you got to admire these guys who do this at auto parts stores all the time, don't you? It's moving. You can tell by the dirt. Good golly, it is moving. Rebuilt the whole flipping engine. And I can't get these off. But this is that is a disposable part. Removed before it. Well, I ain't there yet, am I? Well, let's just keep rolling tape, see how inept I actually am at doing the most simple task. Good gravy. Well, I'm getting it, but it's just not sliding out of there. Oh, there you go. Whoa! But throw those in your box. Might come a time where you can't get these, and you might can just replace the rubber right there. So let's just, okay, so remove this before. I don't even know what the reason for all that was. What do you think it does? Help the springs or something? I don't know. That's pretty thick paper. So, all right. You know what I'm going to do is well, I don't think it matters. You might not want to lubricate that. You might want it to be that hard to get out, because click bang, she goes right in there when you get them done. And you're supposed to clean your wiper blades with stuff, with alcohol, denatured alcohol if you can. So, ooh, a million spiders. All right, let's just see if this is as bad. No, I don't think so. This is crazy town here, man. And I'm not a weak fellow. Oh, good gosh. There I am. I put heads on it and intake manifolds and everything else, and I can't get stupid things to come out of there. This is entertaining, isn't it? Another YouTube spectacular of fun here. Well, be sure and like and subscribe if you want to watch somebody struggle. Good golly. Well, you know, I don't mind that these are so hard to get off. There you go. Got it. Just kind of clean it with your thumb here a little bit. And I got one extra set. Well, they don't make that easy, do they? You got to get it and then slide it down. I wonder if there's any more of these left around. I don't know why they did that, but it's, I guess they got their reasons. All right, so let's get this one back in there. Okay. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so let's slip them on there, and we will hopefully get those. Let me get you off the tripod. I'm happy that this thing's recording so well. It says I only have a minute left, so I better hurry. So you look at your left and right there. Did I cover it up? Or there it is, left. So that's this side. And you can kind of tell by the angle. And these are like the old-timey ones where, you know, they kind of meet together. I guess the mechanism for that is easy to do. See, they just slide on. And I like to give them a little down pressure because you don't want them coming this far over, you know. So anyway. All right, looks like that's going to be it for that. So I got no minutes left. Maybe she'll just stop. I don't know. But there you go. And that's the way you do that. So that one's up a little bit because they will collide if you're not careful. All right, so let's take a look at her. And I don't know if I've zoomed in or out or what. I'm as wide as possible. Okay. Okay, you see where I'm going with this? This is a mock-up of this air filter. Just, I'm just going to set it here. And we're going to sort of centralize, the choke mechanism. I didn't think about the choke mechanism. Poking up right there. Well, I tell you what, let's just use the, this air cleaner base as a template, and just don't like messing with this thing a whole lot. I don't want to mess it up at all. So we'll put this here. Let's do it like this, I suppose. You got to keep, oh, well, there you go. Couldn't get it off now, it just flies off. It's got oil on it, so I don't really want to mess it up, put it down anywhere. So let's get this, and we'll put it on there and act like this is a carburetor. Okay, hang on a minute. Alrighty, let's just see what happens here. Now, I would normally just not want to do what I'm about to do, but I'm about to do it. So let's just see if I can swing this thing. Boy, I don't want to leave this camera. I just got it. I just got this camera. Let's just do it with Prussian blue. This is the non-drying Prussian blue. Boy, I gotta tell you, be careful with this stuff because she's messy. So I'm gonna just sort of dot it along here. You know, I'd like to put my camera in here with a light and see what goes on. Okay, so there that is. Yeah, don't step on this tube while at any time when the cap's on or when the cap's off. Just don't do it. Okay, well, here we go. let's find out if I'm going to be turning it sideways. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Noise alert. Hang on a minute. Need 2 hands to get her up. Well, what do you know? I can't believe it. It doesn't hit right there. And so, things that make you go, And all right, well, it didn't hit. So I'm going to, I don't know, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I'm going to have to see how close this is. Maybe I can do it. I'm thinking a way to protect the camera and yet point it up. So let's be a part of this thing. Let's just see how close it is. And we're going to need to put some light there. I've got this old, oh, that ought to be enough. Let's just do it like that. All right, we're going in. Let me play that back and see what it looks like. You know, just make sure that we're, let's make sure that, ooh. Now when you get, yeah, that's a pretty good little light. It's snapped off something, but it's got, up here, it's got some UV stuff in there. Now this thing here is now incredibly dangerous. So just go ahead and take this out. Yeah, I know. I'm going to clean it all up. I will. It's just so flipping hot. There you go. Perfect. It's right where, that's where I usually keep it. All right, let's see what I got here. Oh, what's that? Oh, that got away. You remember this? Anybody remember this? This was on the speedometer drive. Okay. I know. I'm going out on a limb here. So I took that little piece I cut out and put some Prussian blue on it. And I'm going to actually hang it out a little bit right there. And we'll, okay, noise alert, as we all know. Okay, oh. Okay. And then, got to put you over here, as you know. Takes 2 hands to get this bonnet up. All right, this is going to calmly, okay. Well, And I looked at the previous footage and it ain't even close. So there you go. There's no blue up there. There's no marks of any kind. So there's that. Okay, let's walk around and say goodnight, Gracie. All right. Because I've been doing other stuff too. So she says Edelbrock right there and right there. And she's just a little crooked. Okay, that's more like it. Let's make sure that's on there good and tight. Well, this ought to do. And, oh. Alright, let's walk around and I'll show you. You already seen one thing I did, I'm sure. I sanded that a little bit and just put some original GM blue. Not original to this GM, but close enough. And it don't have a big, it doesn't look like Frankenstein has been here. So bonnet's on, cowling's on, blades are on, arms are on, dash is in, and I cleaned my leather and then I treat it and I wiped off the dash pad real good. See how good the dash pad looks? I use this. I just use conditioner like hair conditioner to clean and to make everything supple. You know, there's an outlet right there. I forgot that. Huh. I forgot there was an outlet right there. Well, good. I was wondering the other day if there was an outlet around over there. I put them in pretty good. Okay, so back to this. Let's see. I found that this door was rattling a little bit, and I had a little hunk of rubber, a hunk of burning rubber, ooh, right here. So now this door closes a lot better. I don't know if you've heard it on other videos, but it's pretty bad. But it ain't bad no more. And so when you get your dash back in, and you get all these little screws in, you know, right here and all that stuff, you get all those in, and then she's good and tight. Then you can put your A-posts covers over, and you gotta take this out and lift it up and fit it in and get it along the screw and go here and go there, and it takes just a couple of minutes. You might notice there's some black paint around here, and that's because it's so reflective in here. I can hardly drive it in the sunlight, so I've had to put black paint around. I had to do that on another car I had, the old 250 SL. So there's the other A-post cover, and I'm probably not going to, it's too late now, it's almost 7, go for a little ride. I'm too tired anyway, and I gotta move Spitfire, and the sun's back behind me, and it's just gonna be a miserable beast, and my face is burning from all the salt pouring down my face. So, but anyway, she is completely back together, and that hair conditioner works real good. Don't get it on anything that you don't want to get it on, but it cleans and protects. And I cleaned it before I put it in. I hooked up my speaker wires, so we should have complete 4-speaker stereo going. And I don't know. You know what? I think that's it. Unless I'm driving it and the lifter blows up on me. And I can tell you this right now. If I drive it and the lifter blows up on me and it messes up the engine, I will do this again. It will not be, and I'll get rollers next time. Nobody really presses that too hard. So I figured it was okay, and Blue got the parts. So it's almost 7 Blue o'clock there. And there's my old sign that somebody gave me, very dear to me. And so that's going to be it. She is back together, and everything is snapped in and going to rattle. So you just remember that's a rattle. So I got to tell you, she's just a dear. And I was telling Nick the other day, the 65 is just a little bit too bodacious for me. Although we had one. They kind of pop out back here, and it's got a big crest back here, and I don't love these tail lights, these comma lights, but I like them. I mean, it kind of fits it. Kind of reminds me of an old Edsel a little bit. Edsel's had all kinds of different tail lights, but the 65 had a very more complicated back end with the lights going across in little squares, and I don't know. She's just fine, and that's what she looks like. And that is going to be it. Unless something goes wrong, that's going to be it for the Bonneville. This is a closeout thing. And so I put a little piece of rubber behind that tag because it was rattling. I heard it when I put the bonnet down. So I know I need to dull that up or something, but it looks better than it did. Maybe not. But at least it's okay. So upcoming attractions. I've lost so much footage and recorded so many times everything that I've done. I haven't, I've just kind of lost track of it all. If I duplicate some, I don't think it's going to matter. So this is going to be next. I'll walk you all around this car. And I've got something to say about the ignition system. I've got my notepad over there about my capacitor checker. I think I've talked about that before. But I had another capacitor fail in this car. So luckily I've kept a bunch of old ones. I had the Jaguar distributor up here with a 9-volt battery, and I was able to do the dwell test, but we'll do that later. I'll talk about that later. And I'm just sort of lost track of everything because I had to do it so many times. So that will take care of today's episode. Let's go turn the air down and consider what's for dinner. So I sure appreciate you all sharing things with me. And that's it for the bottle. And we'll get into this stuff tomorrow. More to do. Daphne's inside. It was just sort of a pretty dang good day. I didn't know what to expect today. So we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. I decided to do a little additional footage here. I didn't think I was going to be able to do this today, but things kind of changed. It looks like I got a little time left. I don't know what this is doing light-wise, but there you go. Just didn't seem right to end the video without some kind of road trip, and so that's what we're going to do. Well, my friend is up in the house sleeping after I made him a little something to eat after our day has completely dissolved before our eyes crumbled. Ooh, it's hot in here. Ooh, let's get this glove up. See, stuff like that. You just had a little windstorm through here today. So we're taking Bonnie out, which means we got to get Lucy out. So let's get Lucy out. Contact. We've already had her out today, and so I'm not going to even bother to latch that because I'm putting her to one side. So she ought to just crank right up and be good to me. We will see. But I need to make another video about how many stickers I've been hoarding. Well, she cooled off. She ought to just go, though. What do you think? You think she's just going to go? It confuses me every time because this is an Austin Healey key switching. What's the Austin Healey key doing here? Okay. See, it didn't click hardly at all, so let's turn that on. I don't have to do anything with her. She is just a baby doll. Heat it up, baby. I tell you, when you're sitting here and you look at the bottle, you go, ha ha ha. I think I'd rather be in that, unless you're paying for the gas. All right, let's go over here. I took some footage the other day of driving that beast right there. It was kind of ugly, but I did drive. I just got in and figured out how to work it, and so I did. It's not what I recommend most people do, but you all know what a thrill seeker I am. All right, let's see. Well, there's some of Bonnie's carpet remnants there. I found this lovely key fob, which is a pulley in the back of the Nash Metropolitan. Well, she ought to go easy. Oh, I gotta turn her on. Hang on. Noise alert. Okay. See, aren't those cool looking? So let's get her going. And she's just been changed a little bit. Hey, I got a dash pad to put Cambot on. Click, buckle up for safety. All right, let's hope we make it. And so fuel pump on. Okay. All right, let's see if she goes. True thing of beauty. I'm just going to leave Cambot there. All right. I don't have long to do this. Whoa. I kind of went into gear not even thinking about it. Just sort of, it's a long way to go back. So you got to watch your mirrors. All right. You're seeing more and more sunlight. I did not have any idea I was going to be able to do this today. All right. Dash cam. Kind of a funny cloudy day. Turn my headlights on. I haven't done that in years. I guess they're on. I got about 15 more minutes of daylight, and then I got a full night of work. My friend Ellen up in Canada, and other people I know. Clear left, clear right. Now with the bonnet on her, you'll notice how quiet she is. You want to hear what it sounds like with the fan on? Okay, fan's on. You can't even hear it. There's no use to running. She's not 100 degrees. I gotta get her going. This is beautiful. At least for now. I ain't home yet. I gotta pull a plug. I'm having the air-fuel ratio mixture gauge on this thing. We're gonna go on up. We're gonna go up. Go to the halfway point and come around. We're in the farm industrial complex area. Let me give you sort of a look and sort of see what I see. And there's what it looks like out the back. We're going to do the Mick approach, but this time we got a bonnet. Wind noise. The grab strap started beating me on the head. It's kind of cool. See where they pulled all the silage, the corn off. The truck's been going like crazy. So this field right here, about 6 hours ago, looked like that cornfield that you see right there. They're very, very interesting people. I guess it's tractor therapy for Mick if you not on a tractor 10, 11, 12 hours a day. And it's not tractor therapy, it's real therapy. Let's just go down this way. I had a driver's ed instructor, Mr. Cherry. who grew up and lived out west, and he said they worked so long on tractors they would get delirium tranthams. They'd see little monsters crawling up the front of the tractor ahead of them. They had to get. Oh, I see why it's turning. It's because of this strap right here. Okay. And there wasn't any moratorium on hours. And if you work for the family, you work for the family. See those big round bells? It looks like a Van Gogh painting, doesn't it? Except they had square bells. Who's counting? Or actually, they had the hay mounds. Alright, so there's my view. Only 12 minutes. This is what it's like around here. I know I said, oh, look at them. That's nice work there. Oh, we're going down in the valley. The valley's so low. Katie lied. Yeah, the headlights are on. I'm not running hot. Ooh, I'm also not in my lane. Yeah, if you're running a little hot and you're in the wrong lane, and you know, it's kind of not good. I cannot believe this thing gets this warm and has over 60 psi. And here we are. Yeah, somebody's coming. That ain't much of a shifting noise, is it? Alright, well that's okay. It shifts. That soybean there. Well, let's get ready to rack this old boy up here. Wrap this old boy up here. I am not the Marquis de Sade. Welcome to like and subscribe. Don't cost nothing. And you can ring the bell and whatnot. I gotta get Lucy back in. And here we are. The headlight's working. Let's see if the high beams work. Yep, and the thing I haven't seen in a year, I'm looking at now, and means a lot to me. And I'll show you what that is in a second. So, as a very small boy, this was one of my favorite things. Did you see the Indian head Pontiac service there? See, when you put the high beams on these old Pontiacs, you get that right there. Focus. So that's your high beam indicator, is the red. Let's see if I can get it to focus. That's better. Wow. You know, I'll be honest with you, I had forgotten that. Well, let's see how she turns off. Plastic reach around. Put the headlamps out. Oh, you don't never want to leave your these old cars because they're analog, so you want to put them back on low beam so you don't turn them on in the evening and all that other stuff. So let's just see. All right, let's go turn everything off. We can leave the keys in there because there's no house keys on there, and unless you or me, you won't be able to get it to start anyhow. Okay, let's get Lucy in. We'll talk to you next time. We're starting on the Jaguar as previously promised.